Hello and welcome to Cat Yak, where everything's controlled by evil cats. My name's Beast. I'm a servant of the evil feline horde and your host. So let's get started. Tales from the Crypt, Episode 2, All Through the House, is one of the most fan-loved episodes through the entire series. The story originally was published in Vault of Horror number 35 and aired on HBO on June 10th of 1989. But this wasn't the first time that the story had seen the silver screen, because it was one of the segments used in the 1979 Tales from the Crypt movie. This episode, sometimes referred to as the Naughty or Nice episode, has a Christmas theme and features a husband, a wife, their small daughter, on a snowy Christmas Eve day, with an escaped psychopath dressed as Santa lurking outside. Our Crypt Keeper introduction features the Crypt Keeper dressed up in one of the most horrifying plastic-faced Santa masks you could imagine. The only thing visible of him being his pale blue eyes and rotten teeth. And after a cheerful Christmas music intro, we start the episode proper, with the wife killing her husband by bashing him over the head with the fireplace poker. And yes, the dark humor level of this episode is definitely in the slapstick level. And at this point I want to bring something up. A Tales from the Crypt episode isn't about bad things happening to good people. They're about people making bad decisions and reaping what they sow. And this episode is a prime example of that. After the mother manages to pull the fire poker out of the husband's head, she is interrupted by her daughter coming downstairs. The daughter is excited because it's Christmas Eve, and she wants to really see Santa. After a well-framed scene with the mother talking to the daughter with the dead husband in the foreground, she manages to get the daughter to go off to sleep, and she's left to deal with her dead husband. The snow is really starting to calm down, so she grabs the coat and drags her husband outside. A police report comes on the radio warning people of an escaped psychopath wearing a Santa Claus suit roaming the immediate area. The wife outside in the backyard with the husband's body originally intends to dump the husband into the well, but she is soon distracted by the psychopath dressed as Santa Claus as he attacks her. She manages to escape and get back inside the house, and she goes to call the police, but then realizes that her dead husband's body is still laying in the backyard. The psychopathic Santa then bursts through the window and grabs her. But fortunately for her, while she was outside, she grabbed an axe from the woodpile and she hits the Santa with it, knocking him unconscious, and leaves him in the snow pile where he falls. And the wife hatches a plan and decides to claim that the escaped psychopath was the one that killed her husband. She goes back outside with the axe to use on the husband's body because the axe was the psychopath's weapon of choice. The wind blows the door closed, leaving the wife trapped outside, and the loud noise wakes up the daughter, who once again thinks Santa is there. The wife has to search the dead body of her husband for the key and finally manages to get inside. She goes to make a phone call to the police, but then discovers that the insane Santa is no longer knocked out. She goes running to the closet to get her late husband's gun, and she ends up getting locked inside. Through the window, she can see that the Santa is using a ladder to crawl up to the second floor of the house. The young daughter, seeing the psychopath dressed up as Santa, thinks it's the real one and starts yelling encouragement to him as he climbs the side of the building. The mother finally manages to break out of the locked closet and runs upstairs to look for her daughter, but she's not there. She finds her at the bottom of the stairs, holding hands with the psychopath, dressed as Santa, and the Santa Claus asks her if she's been naughty or nice. This episode currently has a 7.9 out of 10, with 1,331 votes on IMDb. Overall, I can understand why a lot of fans enjoy this episode. Between the dark humor, the slapstick action, and just the decent overall writing of the episode, I give this episode 4.5 paws out of 5.